And, he doesn't understand what the business means to us. So, again, this is not something that we do often, but we're not fucking...
He hasn't picked the phone up because he hasn't got the stomach to. He hasn't got it in him to... He knows there's no words that can make this right.
Eddie Hearn has taken a major stand by suing Conor Benn for $10 million after he jumped to Zuffa Boxing. This move highlights Eddie Hearn's commitment to loyalty and protecting his fighters. He built Conor Benn's career from scratch and won't let years of investment be disregarded in a single decision.
Do so. So we filed a lawsuit against him, and we'll leave it in the hands of the lawyers. And we take what he said very, very seriously. And
Johnny Nelson highlights Eddie Hearn's sharp business instincts and how deeply he invests in his fighters. Conor Benn's sudden departure clearly hit Eddie Hearn hard, showing the loyalty and effort he put into building careers is not easily replaced.
And his team are hurt, and I get it. I remember when Eddie left Sky for the Zone. We were like kids, like parents, are split up thinking, whoa, what's going on here? That was a business move. For us, it was a personal, because we loved the union with Sky and Matchroom. We loved that. But that was a business move for them, so it worked for him. So you understand, it comes at different levels. So I understand where Eddie's coming from. I understand where Conor's coming from. I understand the public are thinking, how can he be such an ungrateful someone? So I get it. But this boxing is a sport, is a business.
Eddie Hearn's stance shows he's not just a promoter, but a protector of his empire. Taking legal action against Conor Benn reflects how seriously he treats loyalty and business ethics. Eddie Hearn's decision underlines his reputation as a promoter who doesn't back down when his principles are challenged.
I'm never really a fan of filing court cases, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you got to protect your business, and you got to stand on your morals. And
Carl Frock points out the heartbreak of betrayal. Conor Benn's departure shows a lack of respect for Eddie Hearn's commitment. Eddie Hearn invested time, money, and trust, and seeing him hurt exposes the stark contrast between true loyalty and opportunistic moves in modern boxing.
Conor Benn, on numerous occasions, saying, my loyalty can't be touched. Look, it's not about money, it's about loyalty. And now all of a sudden he's left Eddie Hearn. And Eddie looks devastated. I've listened to a couple of interviews what he's done, and he seems genuinely upset and devastated, which is a shame on him, shame for him, because he's heavily invested emotionally and financially with Conor Benn.
Eddie Hearn's words reveal the deep personal investment he made in Conor Benn's career. He backed him when no one else would, gave financial support, and believed in his talent. Benn's departure isn't just a business decision. It's a personal betrayal that undermines the loyalty Eddie showed, highlighting his professionalism and integrity in boxing.
I don't know, feels a little bit of a wasted few years, because I gave a lot. You know how hard I fought, when no one believed him. No one backed him. I did, I believed him, and I backed him. And I never gave in. When he was done, out, loaned him hundreds of thousands of pounds. But yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya emphasizes the shockwaves Benn's decision sends through the boxing world. Eddie Hearn's dedication deserves respect, yet Benn's one-fight deal undermines it. The financial focus shows a lack of loyalty, and the move risks tarnishing his reputation while leaving Eddie frustrated after years of guidance and trust.
Hearn must be pissed off. Eddie Hearn must be pissed off. My God, how can they do that to Eddie Hearn? It is not right. I heard it's a one-fight deal.
For 8 figures.
And what I don't understand is, who is paying him? I don't understand who is paying him, Conor Benn, because he's going to demand a lot of money. If it's going to be 8 figures, whatever it might be, he's going to demand a lot of money. So I'm not sure who's going to...
Tony Bellew highlights Conor Benn's avoidance and lack of accountability. Eddie Hearn's effort and loyalty went unmatched, and Benn's unwillingness to even respond exposes immaturity and disrespect. Boxing isn't just about talent, it's about integrity. Benn's actions contrast sharply with Eddie's years of dedication, making the betrayal more apparent.
He hasn't picked the phone up because he hasn't got the stomach to. He hasn't got it in him to. He knows there's no words that can make this right. It's just one of them things. It's boxing, Goose. It's boxing. And he knows that's why he has not picked up the phone. This is a man he spent every other every other day or for months.
Jamie Moore underlines the sheer shock of Benn's departure. Eddie Hearn risked his reputation and invested heavily to support Benn. This sudden exit highlights a lack of respect for the mentor-mentee relationship. Fans can see the imbalance. Eddie's loyalty was unmatched while Benn's move seems opportunistic and poorly timed in boxing terms.
Eddie, above and beyond anything he ever needed to do for Conor Benn during all that situation, put his neck on the line. That's why I believe it's such a big shot. I don't know the details of anything yet. I don't think even anything's breaking about numbers and stuff like that, but I just can't believe it.
Eddie Hearn shows class despite betrayal. He offered dialogue and recognition for his years of support, yet Conor Benn ignored it. Eddie's professionalism contrasts sharply with Benn's disregard. This isn't just a contract dispute, it's a clear lesson in loyalty, respect, and what happens when fighters forget the people who helped build them.
And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry, and he will say, well, it was a big offer, right? But, you know, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think you, for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, fuck.
The shockwaves from Conor Benn's exit are massive. Analysts like Ariel Hawani are stunned because there was no indication Benn was even considering leaving Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. This sudden move to Zuffa highlights how unpredictable boxing careers can be. Fans see loyalty tested and trust broken, with Eddie Hearn's years of support ignored despite immense investment. Benn's decision not only surprises the public, but challenges the norms of respect in British boxing, showing ambition clashing with ethics. The implications for both Benn and Hearn are significant and will echo across the sport for months to come.
Conor Benn has left Matchroom Boxing and has signed with Zuffa Boxing. When I saw this, first off, I thought it was fake. There were no rumors of him, being a free agent, no rumors of him shopping his services, no rumors of him even looking at Zuffa, no rumors of Zuffa talking to him, none of that. And then all of a sudden this comes through on a Friday night, an absolute shock.
Sonny Edwards' perspective reinforces how unprecedented Benn's departure is. Eddie Hearn has been a constant support through controversies, financial struggles, and career highs. Conor Benn leaving now undermines years of trust and mentorship. Fans and insiders are left questioning Benn's motivations and loyalty. It's clear that this isn't just about money, it's a clash between gratitude and personal gain. Eddie's reputation remains intact as a promoter who backs his fighters fully, while Benn risks being seen as opportunistic. This move has the potential to reshape his image permanently in the eyes of UK boxing fans.
Very, very surprised. Matchroom and Conor Benn have been working together since day dot. Apart from the sort of Saudi shows, I'm pretty sure Conor's not really fought on another promoter's card or anything, and they've done a great job standing by him, even when the worst news came out, failed drugs test, etc. Eddie batted for him, defended him, put his reputation on the line, and coming off the back of already earning millions. Really surprised, to be honest. I didn't expect it in the slightest. Now,
Dana White's comment exposes the scale of the upset. Conor Benn leaving Eddie Hearn after a decade of development feels like a betrayal of a professional partnership. Hearn built Benn from the ground up, giving him opportunities and protecting his career. Benn's move to Zuffa Boxing, regardless of financial incentives, disregards the loyalty and trust established over 10 years. The UK boxing scene sees a sudden shift in alliances, and fans will be watching closely to see if Benn can justify the hype while managing the backlash. Eddie Hearn's professionalism continues to shine against this controversy.
We just found out Conor Benn, UK boxer, who has been with Eddie Hearn pretty much since the beginning, a decade, 10 years. That is all over for the foreseeable future. And Conor Benn has a brand new...
Bruce Carrington frames this as a business decision. Zuffa Boxing is emerging aggressively, and signing a top UK fighter like Conor Benn makes sense commercially. Yet it doesn't erase the fact that Eddie Hearn invested heavily in Benn's career. While Zuffa celebrates gaining a star, Hearn's departure highlights a conflict between loyalty and opportunity. Fans can admire the business acumen, but still question Benn's decision ethically. The coming months will reveal whether Benn thrives under a new banner or if loyalty and long-term trust in boxing relationships outweigh immediate gains.
Yeah, that was very surprising, you know. But hey, listen, business is business, and I guess they're doing certain things that really interest them. And Zuffa, they're really coming into the game real hot. They've been putting on some decent cards and stuff like that. So I can't say it's a surprise. Like, they're bringing in some decent fighters on their roster, and Conor Benn is a big name.
Wade Plemons' insight shows the financial motives behind Benn's move. A one-fight, 8-figure deal is tempting, but it raises questions about his commitment to long-term growth and loyalty. Eddie Hearn supported Benn's development over years, whereas this deal appears opportunistic and short-term. Fans may see Benn chasing quick money rather than legacy. Hearn's credibility remains strong as a promoter who nurtures fighters, and Benn now faces pressure to prove himself on a bigger stage while justifying leaving a stable, trusted team for a lucrative but potentially fleeting opportunity.
Interesting. Conor Benn's deal with Zuffa Boxing is a one-fight, 8-figure deal. So, okay, this puts some interesting spin on what we're reading now. So Conor Benn is only signing a one-fight deal with Zuffa. It's life-changing money, and he only is under contract for one fight. So that does change a little bit of the discussion as far as what potentially is going to go on here. Because how much is Conor going to really stay with Zuffa? Here's him taking a picture with Keith Connolly, his manager. And there he is, Nick Khan, the man behind the scenes that gets this shit done, along with Dana White, obviously.
Jamie Moore highlights just how monumental this move is. Eddie Hearn went above and beyond for Conor Benn, supporting him through controversies, financial risks, and career challenges. Benn walking away feels like a betrayal of loyalty and trust built over years. The boxing community sees Hearn's unwavering support juxtaposed with Benn's opportunistic decision to sign with Zuffa for one fight. This isn't just a business move, it's a rupture of mentorship, guidance, and emotional investment. Moore's words capture the shock and disbelief that fans, insiders, and Hearn himself are experiencing. Benn now has to justify leaving a stable, successful team while facing immense scrutiny, and Hearn's reputation as a promoter who truly backs his fighters grows stronger in the eyes of the boxing world. The fallout will be felt across UK boxing.
I agree. Eddie, above and beyond anything he ever needed to do for Conor Benn during all that situation, put his neck on the line. That's why I believe it's such a big shop. I don't know the details of anything yet. I don't think even anything's breaking about numbers and stuff like that, but I just can't believe it.
Jesse Vargas emphasizes the scale of Eddie Hearn's investment in Conor Benn. Outside of global stars like Anthony Joshua and Katie Taylor, Benn was one of Hearn's top UK talents, nurtured and protected for years. Leaving this environment for Zuffa Boxing, despite the financial lure, signals a lack of appreciation for the loyalty and opportunities Hearn provided. Vargas points out that Hearn's dedication to loyalty is legendary in the sport, and Benn's exit could tarnish his own public perception. Fans and insiders are left debating whether Benn prioritized money over mentorship and guidance, while Eddie Hearn's approach continues to be praised as principled and professional. Benn now carries the burden of proving himself under a new banner while justifying a sudden departure that shocked UK boxing. The narrative reinforces Hearn as a promoter who values people over short-term profit.
That's interesting. I mean, who knows if it would happen? I mean, I feel like Eddie's all about loyalty, and I would assume you said that he's one of Eddie's guys, right, for a long time.
Outside of Anthony Joshua and Katie Taylor, he's probably the biggest UK star that Matchroom have. Yeah.
Well, I guess again, Eddie Hearn is all about loyalty, which I respect.
Dominic Ingle lays out the full picture of Eddie Hearn's commitment to Conor Benn. Benn's career faced near ruin due to setbacks and controversies, yet Hearn invested personally and financially to rebuild him. Hearn's loyalty and willingness to compromise his own reputation allowed Benn to claw his way back into contention. For Benn to then leave for Zuffa Boxing after all this support is controversial and disheartening for fans. It underlines the fragile balance between opportunity and loyalty in professional boxing. Careers are short, and while Benn may gain a lucrative one-fight payday, the move risks alienating his fanbase and insiders who valued his growth under Hearn. Eddie Hearn emerges even stronger as a promoter with integrity, while Benn now carries the burden of justifying his decision to abandon a mentor who gave him everything when no one else would.
Where he's been and his career was almost over, and Eddie you know, dug him out of it and stuck by him and kind of compromised himself really, because he kind of did a U-turn on drugs, Eddie, didn't he, at that point, because it was all ban him for life, and then when Conor failed, it was, oh well, it's a bit different in this situation. So it is interesting how it's all turned out in the end, but you know, boxers' careers are very short.
The fallout from Conor Benn leaving Eddie Hearn for Zuffa Boxing is massive and sends shockwaves through the UK boxing world. Eddie Hearn built Benn's career from the ground up, backing him through setbacks, controversies, and financial struggles, often putting his own reputation on the line to ensure Benn could thrive. Fighters like Anthony Joshua and Katie Taylor might overshadow him globally, but Benn was one of Hearn's crown jewels in the UK, nurtured with care, guidance, and loyalty. For Benn to abandon all that for a one-fight deal with Zuffa not only raises questions about his loyalty, but also paints a stark contrast to Hearn's professionalism and integrity. Fans and insiders alike are stunned, debating whether short-term financial gain was worth leaving a promoter who truly invested in his career. This is a cautionary tale for young fighters about respecting the mentors who build them up. The boxing world is watching closely to see how Benn performs under new management and whether he can justify this bold move. For all the latest updates, insider reactions, and expert analysis on this saga, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us as we follow every twist in the Eddie Hearn vs. Conor Benn story.